Welcome to the final day of 21 Days of Holiday Hustle, day 21. Thank you for following along with the journey if you have. Today's video is going to be my final resource, and this is actually a mental framework. So technically there's no like physical document resource, whatever, to go along with this video, but this is a video that I would recommend you watch at 1.5x or 1.75x speed, because you want to still make sure you are paying attention. Like, you might hear me if you watch that 2x, but you might not be paying attention, if that makes any sense. So I this is probably my most important framework that I use on a daily basis. This is my decision making framework, and it's something I call a North Star question. So there really isn't like I said, a document to give you, or like a, like a Notion template or whatever. It's just like a question. Like, I need you to see it from my point of view and be able to like pluck it from my brain or from my words and insert it into your life, because this actually changed my life and changed the way I operate through things. So before I started using this, I mean, my mind runs in circles. Like, even till this day, I think about a lot all the time. And it's not even like bad things. Sometimes it's good things. Sometimes I get excited. Sometimes I get too excited. And I just kind of end up overwhelming myself. I think about, specifically with YouTube, I think about a bunch of like videos that I'm excited to make. And I can only make one video at a time. And so then I like mismanage my priorities, basically. So this decision making framework basically helps me to determine like what my priorities are, and like in what order, basically, for the most part, but mainly what my priorities are. So the first thing, like I said, I call this a North Star question, and this basically is one question that I use to guide myself through like a certain domain. So for example, I mainly use this with YouTube, but it works pretty much everywhere. I use it a lot of other places too, but like mainly YouTube, because I have hundreds of ideas, hundreds of YouTube ideas that I will never get to make because I simply don't have enough time to make them, or the bandwidth to make them, and all that stuff. And so the what I ask myself is, what am I optimizing for? So obviously, me, if you watch this series, you might know that I am optimizing to, number one, grow my business. I would like to grow the agency and also help people for free along the way, like help people in whatever way I can along the way. And that is what I am optimizing for. So I ask myself, will this, if I make this video, does that help push forward what I am optimizing for? Is that going to help? Like, if I make this video, this like random challenge video about nothing, is it going to help me either, one, get more clients for my agency, or is it going to help me, two, help other people with YouTube for free, or help other people with, like making videos for free? Does it do any of those two things? And if no, then I don't do it. I don't make the video. And that is like, I mean, every video that I have made on this channel since, I mean, every video that's basically public has been passed through that filter and has stood the test of that filter. I believe every video that's public, unless some made it through the cracks. But yeah, every video that's public like stands through that filter, and it makes things so much easier for me now. I feel much less overwhelmed because I still get like lots of ideas. I get lots of ideas. Like, I mean, it's great practice because it's better. You want to have a lot of ideas to choose from. You'd rather have more ideas than like not have enough ideas. So because I get a lot of ideas, this means that I need to be able to prioritize and decide, like, okay, this one I'm making first, this one I'm not making at all. This one is not in the priority list. This one will get a lot of views, but will not help me to achieve the two things that I'm optimizing for. And that is actually what I have found it's so hard to kind of like navigate, I guess, is like it will get views, but is it going to be of benefit? Is it going to help me accomplish the goals that I'm trying to achieve with this channel? And a lot of times the answer is no. And so it's like, even though I know it's going to get views, I cannot in good faith make that video because I know that there is no purpose behind it. The audience behind it is not concentrated. It's not the audience that I am specifically looking for. So anyway, all that is to say that this framework changed my life. I call it a North Star question. So what the hell is that? Do you see that? Anyway, I call it a North Star question, and like I said, you basically ask yourself one question that governs every single action you take in a specific domain. No exceptions. No exceptions. I don't have any exceptions for this YouTube like domain channel, whatever. Like if I have an idea and it doesn't fit the goal, the overarching goal, then I don't make the video. Like, it is what it is. It doesn't fit, it doesn't work, I don't make it. It is what it is. And this is almost like, it actually reminds me of something that Sam Alvin said when he said, this is like in his like quantum, what was it called? It was like a quantum mastermind video. He talks a lot about like productivity, time management, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so one of the things he talks about in that video is making rules for yourself that you follow no matter what. And this North Star question is basically like it's basically like that, I guess. And I just realized that today. I mean, I just watched the video today, but I also just realized that today. It's like a rule that you're making for yourself that, hey, if this and this doesn't line up, then I am not doing it. And typically you want it to be one question. Like, so even though I have two, like typically there's one that's like above all else, right? But the fewer questions you have, the better. One is best, obviously. And yeah, I hope like this framework helps you. I hope you're able to apply it somewhere. And it really helped me when I figured it out. Like, it really changed my life. I don't think you guys get it. So I hope I can help someone the way that this has helped me. Originally, I actually had a Google Sheets agency dashboard plan for this video, but it's a dashboard that, number one, I don't even use because I moved to Notion, as you can probably tell from like the series. And number two, even when I was like not on Notion yet, it wasn't very like entirely useful. And it was something I use like every now and then. It's like it's not even that organized. It's not as valuable to me as this mental framework that I have. So I'm glad I was able to give the mental framework instead of the dashboard, because I feel like that is more valuable. Unfortunately, there's no, Notion template or Google Doc to go along with it, but I hope this helped. The next video that you'll see on this channel, most likely, no promises, will be a recap video of the 21 days of holiday hustle. And yeah, I'm excited for that video. I'm actually really excited. So I'll see you in the next video. I don't know when that will be, but I need to plan it accordingly. And for once, I will not be seeing you tomorrow.